Carbink, that little rock fairy, can be somewhat threatening. What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. And tonight, guys, we are going to be streaming. It is going to be the giveaway, so stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be a chill stream. I want to do like some... I want to see some dual IDs and maybe play some room, because if you take a look at my rank, the 4K grind is still alive and well. Well, I don't know how well it is. But when we stream tonight, I do not want to play League. I don't need my stress like getting that high, especially tonight. Like when I want to just chill, I want to do a giveaway. I want to have some fun playing Pokemon Duel, which, don't get me wrong, I do have fun playing competitively, but like I said, that elevates my stress. But we have two matches I want to show you guys today that are really cool. One is featuring the Carbink, an awesome showcasing of the Carbink and the support from the Diancie and the Trickroom. And then, like I promised last video, we do have something that shows off the Azumarill. And we have maintenance coming on the 20th. I bet when the maintenance comes back up, when we're able to use Ultra Necrozma, we'll probably see the team match event. I tweeted about it. It's going to be Dragons. You get to select between the Garchomp, Dragonite, I think it's Dragonite, and it did show the EX Salamence. So I kind of wonder, are we going to be getting the Salamence prior to the event? That's just my predictions that we are going to be getting the event after maintenance, but I'm not entirely sure. Who knows? Because I find it kind of odd. If they are going to show the EX Salamence, then we should get the Salamence before we even have the event, meaning there should be another event before it, which is probably going to be the Queen's Cup. And the Queen's Cup is probably where... You guys see McKenna sleeping right there? Right over there. Anyway, yeah, like I said, sorry we're going off on a tangent, but I think we should be getting the Salamence prior to the team match event, but I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything else we need to cover. Let's just jump right into the match. All right, shout out first and foremost to Say So. Say So is the one who showed me this match. And before let's dissect the deck. And we're not even going to talk about the opponent's deck. Like that's just a complete mess in my opinion. I don't know what that is, but Carbink. I mean, it did have the sturdy ability. Let's go over the sturdy ability again. If this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, it is not knocked out by knockout causing attack effects. I'm like, okay. So Aura Sphere, Cross Counter, Guillotine. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't know this thing supported its own self with the Explosion. This a Pokemon and all neighbor Pokemon faint. Well, if it's not a status, it can survive its own explosion because of the sturdy ability. That's I think it's, I don't know, dude, the design is kind of weird. Because like if in sturdy, in the actual games, if you did like, it was on like a Rockmon, you did like a super effective attack, right? It would normally KO. It would leave it with 1 HP. Just 1 HP. That's the sturdy ability. And if you attack it again, it gets KO'd. So I kind of think the sturdy ability should apply to, I don't know. Because I think like maybe it should survive once upon knockout effects. But just to keep repeatedly doing it, it can cause some havoc. Like I said, I'm going to show you. So I don't know if I necessarily believe it should be like that, but that's, I don't know, kind of what I'm thinking. But what Seiso is running, they are running the Shaman, which is going to allow it to have 2 MP if it's near it. Also for the Aggron. I'm not sure why he's running the Aggron, but Aggron does stop the rush. He's got the Cresselia to buff the Carbink, so the Moonblast will be hitting for 120. And then the Diancie that is going to be doing the Trick Room. I'll take a look at my opponent's deck. They do have a Mew. Now, besides Trick Rooming the MP, making 3 to 1 and 1 to 3, it also makes Gold a miss. So Mew is going to have a really large miss, and Blaziken is also going to have somewhat large miss. So let's see, the plates are running long, mega. Typical plates for the figures that they're running, so let's see how this unfolds. They're, of course, going to open up first with the Shaman, so this thing can have 2 MP. Oh, and also, what makes this even more better is that the opponent is running 2 Dragons. So, because of the Diancie's ability, if this Pokemon is on the field, your Fairy-type Pokemon that are not affected by a special condition are not knocked out either by attack damage from Dragon-type Pokemon or by knockout causing effects. So, Okay, look, we're gonna talk about it for a second, all right? I said we're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Why is this man running Cresselia with no Moonblast support from anybody else? Why are they running 2 Haxorus? I don't know. Anyway, he's gonna put on the Diancie. He's going to attack and go for the Trick Room, and he gets the Trick Room. So now this thing has 3 MP. This was kind of ballsy. He's gonna go in and attack here. I mean, he does have the Cyclone kick, so I'm like, it's very interesting. But that gold becomes a miss, and he gets the roll. I'm like, okay, bro, you gotta get this thing to level 10. I think I want to get mine to level 10. But he brings on the Zoro. Zoro can't really do anything. Like, that's a miss. Crosscutter does nothing, and the explosion, which you guys will see right here, does not KO himself because of the ability. And then the opponent's going to move there. There is no more Trick Room, so he's not going to attack into the Mew. So that's why he attacked with the Diancie to try to get the Trick Room again. But, wait, did you just get the KO? Hold on, I need to go back there. What happened? Oh, the Cresselia hit the purple. That's what it was. That's a downfall of the Cresselia, is having that purple. Sends it to. I mean, it's a double-edged sword in my opinion. Can't advance here because of the Aggron, so he's gonna move over here. I'm not sure why he's moving over. I guess. Okay, I see. Because he wants to Trick Room this. That's what he wants to do. So he's going to attack here, and he's gonna try to get the Trick Room. He gets the Moon Veil, which allows it to maneuver. I like how it allows it to maneuver through the board. So he's going to attack again here. Opponent doesn't want to pull the switch. I don't know why. I probably would because Zoro's gold. But he does get the Trick Room. So now he's 3 MP and he can attack Mew. Mew is 1 MP and Mew has a large miss. And he gets the roll. And the Trick Room is still, I think it's still available for 1 more turn. Yeah, 1 more turn. But the opponent is going to Mega Z here, so the Devastating Drake needs to be reevaluated. Like, it should be 100 if they spin 100, or they should keep it at 70. I don't know why they make it worse than what it already is. But he's going to move out of the way, and he's going to attack again. The opponent does get the Guillotine into the miss, but because of its ability, the sturdy ability, it doesn't get KO'd. Very unfortunate roll for the opponent there to roll the dodge. But he's going to attack again. Get the Moonblast, but because it is a dragon type, it does not get KO'd. This thing is now confused. And that's a very fortunate roll for Seiso there. Let me pull the Trickery. Let me Sucker Punch you instead. Trickery and Sucker Punch, that goes well together. I like that. So it looks like he attacks again. Gets the miss again. Miss into the miss because of the confusion. But now he's going to pull on the Cresselia and attack the Diancie, and then Diancie rolls the blue. He's going to hop over, and then Seiso doesn't take the evolution or the surround because what he wants to do, he wants to do it for the 2. So opponent attacks again, gets the Moon Veil again, but this time he's going to move closer. He's going to try to threaten game here, so he's going to DC. Going for that explosion because not only does he survive because of the sturdy ability, but explosion KOs anything adjacent to it. So he gets a nice double kill right here. But the opponent is rocking the max revive, so he's going to pull the max revive and surround the Diancie. So this game is not over yet. Dude, I wish I was as fearless as Seiso. Like, twice he goes straight into Blaziken, recklessly attacking him. I mean, like I said, Blaziken does have that, Cyclone, but twice he didn't roll it. So he's going to Z-move here. He's going to do the Twinkle Tackle. I think that's what it is. Twinkle Tackle. Yep, and he's going to send this Cresselia to the bench. But the opponent does have the gold block, so they're going to gold block here. And no reason to not go into the attack again. It would have been nice to see the explosion, but, you know, doesn't need to get it. But the problem is he did hit the daze. So now Carbink here has a large miss, and Mew is a good candidate to take this thing out. And he does with the Hypersonic. So, unfortunately, Carbink had a great showing, but then he gets KO'd by Mew. But Seiso's going to rush up here. I actually like that play a lot. It gives the Aggron 2 MP, and it allows... And I like the attack here. Even though Mew does hit the Psychic, the Aggron has pretty decent odds. I mean, it does have the heavy slam, and Mew is 3 MP. So, I mean, he got the fortune roll, but he had other outs. Opponent's going to Devastating Drake again here, and he's going to have to hope that the Aggron rolls the 140 Iron Tail. And he does not. He clutches it with the heavy slam, and Seiso is going to advance up with the Shaman just to threaten game here. The opponent is going to DC. Shaman, all you gotta do is land on that dodge. I think it's dodge, but he doesn't. He lands the miss. Feels really bad. So now what Seiso is going to do, he's going to move up the Aggron. The opponent does not know that he is rocking the Mega Aggron, so he moves one step closer to the goal, but it's not enough, and Seiso is able to make a evolve, use that 2MP, and to prance on the goal with the Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron looks kind of cool. It looks kind of scary, actually. All right, that was a great showcase. I'm so glad Seiso showed me that match. So if you guys have a Shaman, if you have a Carbink, like I'm actually going to carve my Carbink like right now after this video, you should definitely give it a try. Now let's jump into the next match. Wakey, wakey. You see me kind of waking up? All right, let's evaluate this deck that I've built, and we're going up against Full Melt. No. Okay, so you guys know I was intrigued by Azumarill, and I kind of liked how the belly drum worked, but the problem is after, depending on if you attack. So if you attack, you have the final marker for 3 turns. If they attack, or no, if you attack, you have it for 2 turns. If they attack you, you have it for 3 turns. So how can we keep the Azumarill on the board? I mean, Azumarill is only really good if you hit the belly drum for, like I said, 1 to 2 turns. After that, it's sacrificial. Like, it's going to the PC. But what I decided to do is we are going to be running the scoop up. So essentially what we want to do is we want to hit the belly drum. We want to utilize the Azumarill for 1 to 2 turns, depending on who attacks first, whether it be me or them. And then after that, then I'm going to scoop up, remove the marker, and that will eradicate me getting sent to the PC by myself. So we're rocking the Keldeo. Azumarill, got to get the buff from the Manaphy, and then the Feeny just to allow the water monster to be on the board. This is our goalie because meta, and then the reason why I brought the Mawile is just in case I run into anybody who's running, you know, the Dawn or the Dusk. So, and we're going against Full Melt, and Full Melt has his own team of, if you guys haven't seen this deck before, essentially what it does, it has the multiple Rotoms. He's got the washing machine to turn everything into water, so that gives his Mons the 30 buff from the Manaphy. Also allows him to move through any figure because they're all water Mons for 7 turns. Got the Lawnmower to turn everything into grass, and the what's this thing's called? I can't think of his name. The Lorantis, because of the Lorantis buff to turn everything grass, so it's getting an additional 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 60 buff. And then it's got the Coco because this thing already is electric, so it's get the 30 buff from the Rotom. Am I missing something? I think that's all the buffs. So like all their figures, like once he plays all the plates, and Full Melt's also super annoying with the recycle to do it again. This deck hits for, I don't even know, like 200 plus. Like my math was way off in this match, and you guys will find out exactly how. All right, so we're gonna open up with the Keldeo. And for some reason, I do not take the entry point with my Keldeo to threaten game. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. I just figured, I don't know what I figured. I don't know why I didn't do that. But we're basically just going to set everything up. Just going to Air Balloon here to bring on the Manaphy. And he attacks here, and he's going to have 30 buff. Because of, wait, why do you have 30 buff? Because he attacked. Why did this thing go to... Oh, it was just the 1 chain. Okay, it was the 10 buff. It was a 10 buff because of this. Okay. I was like, I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, he beat me by like the 1 chain. And that it comes back to bite me, that 1 chain. So he's going to washing machine here. He's going to turn everything into water Mons. So all of his Mons get plus 30. This thing gets plus 60 because it's part electric. You'll see that right there. It's going to hit for 170. And we are definitely going to take the Trickery. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to max revive. We're going to max revive our Azumarill because we want to feature the Azumarill. And we're going to come up this side. So what he does is, or she, I don't know. The mystery continues. Who is Full Melt? I don't know. He, she, Tarvold, Kyle Andrews, Iceman. But now it's got their Mons have a huge buff. So he attacks here, she attacks here, whatever. I get the belly drum, so I get the plus 100, but this thing's hitting for 211. And here I'm like, I don't know if I outdamage it. I didn't Well, I didn't even pay attention to that 211. So I'm going to attack here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit for 210. And he out damages me by 1. And I was like, oh my god, that's me, not Quick Master Rico, right? So we're gonna try and re-roll to try to get the belly drum to survive, but we don't survive. That one chain. I'm gonna, you know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna calm our Carbink, and then we're also gonna chain. I think I'm gonna chain my Azumarill. I'm not sure though. But we're gonna attack here. We're going to try because it has a huge miss, but of course it's going to land the revert. It's gonna survive, and now he still out damaged me. But they're going to DC now, and they're going to try and get rid of my my Tapu Fini. Do hit the Dazzling Gleam, which is good. It's really good because if he KOs me, like he does, the plus 60, there's so many buffs, dude. The quick attack hit it for 140, jeez. But we did hit it, the Dazzling Gleam, but he doesn't land the gold, so it feels kind of bad. So now we got to protect our gold, we got to protect our sweet Vibrava. And now what I'm going to do here, because all the damage is gone, all the turns have exhausted, we can out damage this thing with our Z move. We can also confuse the Tapu Koko, who does have the has two areas of miss. So I think that's really good. But they're going to Bloom Doom here. And I'm like, come on, please land that belly drum for me. Let's go. We do get the belly drum. We are +1. We're actually plus 130. So this is where we actually get to show off why we have this. We're going to show off the Azumarill. So we're going to DC here. We land the Aqua Jet, and we out damage it because, like I said, we are buffed by 130. Now, I only have one more turn. I have one more turn, and then I get KO'd. So I decided, I'm like, well, he's going to max revive here. I could have attacked here, but I was like, you know what? If I do attack here, I get KO'd, and I don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to scoop up instead, keep the Azumarill on the board, and then we can attack again. So now he pulls the Recycle, and I'm like, oh, great. Here we go again. Here comes everything. But we're going to try and get rid of this. We're going to try to keep the advantage the same because they have 1 mon in the PC. I have 2. But I don't understand what happened here. I did land the Hydro Kick, right? So that thing should have went to the bench. Why did that not go to the bench? I don't know why that didn't go to the bench. Is it because of Bulu? Is it because of... I think it might be because of Bulu, actually. Let me take a look. Full mount washing machines here. Turns everything water. Gets the plus 30 buff. Gonna move through me. He's going to attack. And we get the clutch secret. I almost said sacred. Secret sword. Gonna make this thing roll. Please land your 50. No. It lands the Hydro Pump. Alright, let's... Can we look at this now? Bulu. Grassy Surge. This build only right here this Pokemon. Blah, blah, blah. When this Pokemon is on the field, your grass type Pokemon ignore, knock out, and move. Okay, that's why. That makes sense. So what we're going to do here is we are going to threaten game. Our full mount sees that, so we're going to advance up with our Azumarill. And they're going to move up here, which I don't necessarily agree with, because now we can threaten game here because you don't have that many buffs. So we're going to DC here. We're going to go for our huge power play rough. And we get the belly drum. I'm like, all right, reroll, let's go. Belly drum. It's like, no, it's the time I don't want you to hit it. And then he gets a free surround with his Keldeo. And now I'm salty. And his Z gauge is up. Now I'm scared. I'm scared. You guys ever seen that video? That's so funny. But we're going to max revive, like I said, because this is for the 2. We need you, Azumarill, please. So they're going to DC here, and they're going to try to get rid of my Manaphy. That Koko has a large miss, so I'm hoping for a miss. But it does hit the quick attack. GG boys to Manaphy. But we're still able to bring something on the board. And because of Vibrava's ability, we're sitting pretty. They're going to use their Z gauge, their Z move. I'm like, come on, belly drum one more time. No, we do get the Aqua Jet. It would have been nice. But what we can do is we can actually Z move our Mawile, the steel one. And we can prevent the Keldeo from taking our entry point the following turn. Let's go. Make him plays. Attacks. More confused, and then we get out damage, and I'm really salty again. But we do have win conditions, so we do get to put this thing on the board. I would advise Full Melt to not attack here. He takes an entry point, and he attacks, and I'm like, let's go, Pawnee, GG, boys. Get the Pawnee, but he gets the jump, and I'm salty. But now he's going to cover up goal. He understands what he's doing, so now we just have to wait for the D gauge to come up. But he's going to attack my Manaphy, and Manaphy gets a clutch Manaphy song, and that gives me win conditions. So what we're going to do is we're going to DC, hoping that this Bulu lands its smash, because we have 2 win conditions, whether it be the gold or the purple. And we get the Aqua Jet. Let's go, buff 30 from the Manaphy. And then the opponent, full melt, all he can... Oh, what the heck? No. Well, what he did there was he actually Z-moved with the Manaphy, and Keldeo Resolute came in clutch with the Secret Sword. So that is GG, boys. Good games to full mount. And Seisto, thank you so much for showing me the Carbink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to car my Carbink, maybe chain my Azumarill, and then like I said, we are going to be streaming later tonight, guys. 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is in approximately 4 hours. In about 4 hours, I will start the stream at 7:30 is when we'll do the giveaway. And during that stream, it's going to be a really short stream. It's going to be like maybe an hour. Like I said, I just want to chill, have fun, maybe play some roomies, and I do want to watch some matches from you guys. So we're going to cut it there. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, as always, peace.